And the lighter topic that I wanted to talk about is about this lady that, well, she just popped up more than 500,000 views on my timeline, and she was proud of being a fresh PhD. She just got her PhD about years after years of research and all doing all her stuff. And we just had a little problem here, is that that all these apps that when you take a picture or when you share something to the internet, they flip. They essentially flip. Remember that you have to make sure that the images that you analyze are not flipped. And in this case, it was flipped. And we had a little trouble reading what was the PhD about. I had a little problem with that. But well, at least PhD completed. Happy to say I have officially completed my doctorate at El Boro University. More than 88,000 words, almost 300 pages, more than 200 participants, 32 tables, 4 poems, 3 years, one very tired researcher, Dr. Garrett Panding. And again, was this like this mystery that everybody wanted to see. It's easy, right? Just reading backwards. But to make things much, much easier, one of my favorite accounts on X took the trouble to take a snapshot of this, and so we could read the actual title of the research. And the research is The Architecture of Whiteness: How Institutional Whiteness Shapes Academic Careers in the UK. What? Vittorio, big salute to you, my friend. Burn it all to the ground. What is this? What is this? And then that there was a bit of a backlash with the title. Again, I'm going to repeat it. The Architecture of Whiteness: How Institutional Whiteness, whatever that means, Shapes Academic Careers in the UK. All right. My critiques on whiteness and white supremacy have recently been deemed harmful and problematic and misrepresentative. And this was a while ago, like 1 year ago already. Whilst my racist treatment within a university has not been deemed harmful, problematic, and misrepresentative, this, folks, is the web of whiteness. I mean, almost 90,000 words written for this. Oh my God! And I'm gonna jump. Let's jump right to the comments, please. Let's jump right to the comments. The Chodinator, I'm sure you're not going to regret that tattoo. Oh, the tattoo is from The Legend of Zelda, by the way. There's 3/4. I think this comes all the way from Twilight Princess, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it's come from Zelda. Whatever. Why do you dye your hair blonde? I read that PhD. Why? Yeah, it's like, why do you want to look whitish? Congratulations on becoming a fully qualified racist, says Murphy. Good thing you finished right before USAID funding is gone. But good luck. I think all the DEI departments are going by a different name now. Stephanie Tyler, LOLOLOLOL. Yeah, this is basically the reaction that this people should have. So is there a reason your picture is flipped? Are you not proud that your doctorate is, zooms in, the architecture of white? And yeah, but why do you make it so hard? Why do you make it so hard to read the title of your thesis? That is suspicious. That's nice, but can you just hand me the letter? Oh no, and I'm not gonna read this one. This is way too insane. I'm just going to zoom in on that so you can read it and say your cats must be so proud of you. Oh, that is so hard on cat ladies. That is so hard on cat ladies. No, why? Rihanna Garrett, this is her bio on X. PhD researcher in geographies of spatial relations. Geographies of spatial relations. Geographies of spatial relations. Is this a real thing? Geographies of spatial relations. Spatial relations. I could talk about spatial relations. You know that in body language we have proxemics, which is the interaction, the distance at which we interact, right? This is a real thing. I spent 15 minutes of my life confirming that this is a real person and this is a real doctorate. This is a real university. All this is real. All this is real. This is not satire. We are living at a time that we are so close to not understand what is going on in our timeline, and I am trying to be your guide in this sea of nonsense. I mean, what? Mixed race researcher, BAMA, Union of Exeter, Active Together founder, she, her, pronouns in bio, of course. Pronouns in bio is so 2024, Rihanna. Pronouns in bio is so 2024. That is so passé. You have to wake up, smell the coffee. See, the other guy said, pass me the latte. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But well, anyway. And of course, her X or Twitter banner is as DEI as you can imagine, of course. But not gonna elaborate on that. And she was featured. She was featured on some articles right after the U.S. elections. She was featured in there. And what did she say? Rihanna Garrett, how race has played into the campaign of the United States of America, where Donald Trump, that racist, misogynist, and xenophobe, and usually orange guy, or mostly orange guy, orange man bad, won. How is it possible? Rihanna Garrett, PhD researcher and global coordinator of the Critical Mixed Race Studies Executive Board at Loughborough University, says that Trump's campaign has been littered with attempts to weaponize the multiracial heritage of his Democrat opponent Kamala Harris. Much of this has been a dog whistle attempt to stir up his own base, partly with fairly blatant appeals to latent feelings of racism, but also as a tool to position Harris as deceiving and untrustworthy by apparently blurring and shifting her own background. But you know that she was Indian first, and then she was black, and then when she was a mix of both of things. Oh, well. In August, not long after Harris took over the Democrat ticket from Biden, Trump appeared at the National Association of Black Journalists conference when he wrongfully claimed that Harris was changing her identity, stating, "I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?" And you remember the backlash for that yeah, she's both things at the same time. So yeah, it's I need to highlight this again. That this is a real person with a real thesis, and congratulations, because that is quite an achievement. A PhD is quite an achievement. The thing is, geographical spatial studies. I rest my case. I just rest my case. I would like to know, what do you think about geographical spatial studies in the comments?